What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track back with another video. And I know we are approaching speed weeks. We are approaching the duels. We are approaching Daytona 500 qualifying, and we are approaching the great American race, the Daytona 500. But the Super Bowl is this Sunday. So I think a lot of people have their minds on that. And in terms of NASCAR stuff, I think the talk right now, and rightfully so, because it's fresh in people's minds, and there's a lot of questions around the future of said topic, and that is the Busch Clash and what the future of the Busch Clash looks like. And so I want to make this video to give my 2 cents on what I think the goal and where I believe that the Busch Clash should go. And I want to get a tweet that I'm going to reference at some point. All right, there it is. All right, so last 3 years, obviously the Clash has been run at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. It's had a unique format. It's had a halftime show. Obviously, the one on Sunday did not have, or Saturday night did not have a halftime performance, and that's because of terrible weather. They had to push the race forward, but it was planned to have it. The structure is different. Not every car and not every driver and team runs in this race. You got to qualify into the big show to actually race. So, from a format standpoint, it's a lot different. But I stand by NASCAR's decision to take this event and be innovative with it, make it something different, try to get new eyes and new people watching and a part of the sport. That's what I believe the Clash should be for. And so I will, and I have, and I will continue to stand on what NASCAR did. Whether or not we saw the fan attendance decline year over year, I don't care. Whether or not you agreed or enjoyed or were in favor of the halftime performer, I don't care. Because NASCAR had the plan, had the vision. We need to get new people. We need to take NASCAR to a new market like Los Angeles. We need to get new eyes on the sport. We need to get people experiencing kind of what a race is like, why you should go, and why you should continue to watch us throughout the season. And it falls in an interesting part of the season, right? The very beginning, before we've even done anything. So that's your chance to capture these fans and keep them, there for the long haul. And it's a perfect spot where you've got the Clash followed by the Great American Race. So those eyes, those new people that hopefully can be hooked, will get followed up with a great race right after. So like I stand by it, and I know I continue to say that, but that to me is it should be, and I think NASCAR understands that should be the goal of the Clash. So with that, there's been some talks in 2025 around possibly going to Mexico City, in Mexico to host the Clash. And again, I love it. Why not? Why not go international with NASCAR? I think that's a great step or next move for the Clash. And who knows, maybe one day it will come back to the Coliseum. But if it is Mexico, I would be in favor of that, and I would enjoy that. I think that's a smart move by NASCAR. I would also be in favor of how about try Soldier Field? How about try Gillette Stadium? How about try some of these big stadiums like they did with the Coliseum and take it to a different market, to a new market. I know I mentioned Soldier Field. I just, that came off the top of my head because they did run a race at Soldier Field, but they probably wouldn't do that with the Chicago Street Course event they have. But who knows? Maybe they get rid of Chicago and put the Clash there instead. But I think there's plenty of markets where you can tap into quite frankly. And I think I mentioned Gillette Stadium. Sure, I'm biased because I'm from New England, but New England, in certain states and areas, not the biggest racing culture. How about Pittsburgh, an area like that? How about racing at the Steelers Stadium? So something like that, I think NASCAR should continue to look at. But here is where I think is a huge, huge miss and a huge, huge problem that I think a lot of people think the clash should look like. Um, this is a tweet, and let me preface, I like this guy. I think he's an amazing businessman. I think he has, done a ton for the sport in the last few years. And I support this guy and I like this guy. But I have to be fair, critical, and honest about where I think the sport should go and where it is. And I totally disagree with his stance here. And that is Justin Marks, owner of Trackhouse Racing. But I did want to preface that, got nothing against Justin. I'm a big fan of what he's done with Trackhouse and how he's built that program and contended for a championship already. But Anthony Alfredo puts out a tweet. So where should the class be at next year? And Justin Marks quotes this tweet, and he tweets, "We use it, and this is not paraphrasing. This is the direct quote. We use it to showcase the grassroots of our sports: Salem, New Smyrna, Wall Stadium, Nashville, Winchester, etc. Climate depending, invest in the track's infrastructure, galvanize the sports foundation. Heck of a show. All entries start the main, but produce at a level that makes it a true promotional event for the TV viewers." No, 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 no. Not the Clash. No. If you want to do All-Star Weekend and move it at a different venue and do something like that, fine. If you want to do Throwback Weekend and do something like that, fine. But the way you kill a company is settling like just settling on your base. If you don't go like this, and you're gonna grow a little bit, and then you'll boom, and then you might go down. But because you've started or at least tried to grow, when you level out and you go down a little bit, you've had at least that success where you grew. You're just, going to the base of people that are already watching NASCAR and just like you're not growing the company and the people watching and the brand. You're just keeping it at the same level and appeasing those people that are already fans. Which, look, you have to do that from a business standpoint. You have to appease your customers and keep that strong foundation and base that you've built, because you've been around so long and you're a trusted organization in sport. People love watching NASCAR, right? And again, there's going to be people that come and go watching NASCAR, but you need to grow. You have to go like this, because if you just stay like this, once you go like this and then you flatten out and you never grew. You just stayed even, and that's how you kill a company, quite frankly. Um, so my opinion is, although I disagree with Justin Marks on where he thinks the class should go, I don't disagree with him on the idea. I think the idea is the right idea. How about the NASCAR All-Star Race, like I mentioned, or the Throwback Weekend? Do something like that. Absolutely. That is a perfect idea for something like that. But then if you do that for the Clash, then literally you don't have growth. What on the schedule is getting new eyes on the sport? The Chicago Street Course race? Maybe. I don't know. Like maybe. Um, but also that's so deep into the season, you might have already lost interest from most people at that point when people, are enjoying the Chicago Street Course race or watching it. Um, you're too far gone. You're halfway through the season. So, in my opinion, I think that the Clash should go to a place like Mexico. We should find a new home for a few years, in a stadium, or maybe switch off stadiums each year. But you got to continue to grow. I think the halftime show or whatever you want to do, the entertainment aspect needs to say. What's the entertainment aspect going to look like in some of these grassroots areas? Are you going to have that? Because if you don't, again, um, say what you want, but when you get a guy like Machine Gun Kelly, for better or for worse, what you think of him, if it is someone big, people are gonna go see that person and make a whole day out of that event, of the racing aspect, the atmosphere, of course, the entertainment. It's all one. So to me, Justin Marks, I'm a big fan, but that is a no, 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 no for the Clash. I totally disagree. But like I said, I think there's something there with all-star or throwback. But the Clash, to me, we need to go to Mexico, or we need to go internationally in general, or we need to go back, go to a new stadium or tap into a new market. But the grassroots idea, no, 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 no. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments if what you think. Like, should we do grassroots? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but maybe I'm wrong. So put that in the comments. Let me know. We've got some great content coming up for the Daytona 500. I will be there, which I'm excited about, my second Daytona 500. So if you're a first-time viewer of the channel, definitely subscribe for more content, and give this video a like. It goes a long way for the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.